Let's look at my song. Let's look at this song. Let's look at this song. Let's look at this song. So the main, I would say the meat and cheese, but this group is actually called the meat and cheese. So the main keys, the meat and keys of this song is these guys. Love that. I love these samples. These are blank forms samples as per usual. Blank form samples. Whoops. Excuse me, I'm speaking here. What I really like about this chord progression, and I can't say like I was too intentional when I was writing it or creating it or whatever. I kind of just like mess around on the keys until either something inspires me to look for something or I just stumble upon it accidentally. But what I like about this chord progression is that it does this like easy gradual rise into tension and then gradual release of tension, rather than like, a 2-5-1 will go like 2-5 and then right back to the 1, and the 5 is the most tension chord, whereas these kind of go, this is the most tense chord, and then we back down to the second chord again and then back to the 1. I just think that that's like, I don't know, it just like holds your attention while the drums do their thing. Noting the drums, the drums do this like rest on the 1 kind of. They just hit the 1 and chill. I'll mute the bass. I don't know, for me that just like keeps the motion going. And then with the bass, it kind of accentuates that 1. Keeps the groove going, but it's not like giving you the full package right out the gate. It's just a groove. You're kind of introduced to what it's going to be like.
Here I am again, waiting for the lies to come out of my pen.
Another element. That little wiggly.
2 times before But last night I was playing in my head, talking about the next day and what I'll do instead. Yeah. Sun up, get up, give up, need to move on.
What I really like about the chorus, harmonically speaking, is for me it kind of gives the illusion of like constant descending, but of course it's not actually doing that. You can see the bass here is constantly ascending, and then like this melody, this micro freak chorus thing, it's kind of bouncing up and down a little bit, like, whoops, excuse me. For me it kind of does this.
Stay, yeah. Sun up, get up, give up, need to move on.
That's what I hear in it, which I love because it's it's just the voicings, all the chord voicings and the way they're arranged, they just give that illusion, which is cool to me. And everything is so simple, all the mixing is like there's barely anything mixing wise, super simple stuff. EQs, saturator, compression. I don't know, I just wanted to not think so much about like all the things that I've watched in YouTube videos about this is how you're supposed to do this, and you never do this to a vocal, and always sidechain this, and your kick and your bass need to blah blah blah. Like people, they want to tell you the right way to do everything, and it's like I think we all know that you don't need to follow all the rules to make a great song, and most great songs are made by breaking the rules in tasteful ways. This whole drum rack is just kicks. Mainly this is just used for finding the right kick. I think this was right around the time that I started creating my drums like this, by dropping the loops on separate tracks rather than like picking out my hi-hat and picking out my snare and putting them in a drum rack like this. I was doing it like this for the longest time with the push, playing the drums with the push once I got the samples in there, but my buddy Jeeves does it more like this. He'll mess with the sample itself and work in the arrangement view like this. He uses FL Studio, but he does it all in here, and it's a little more like tedious, but you have a little more control as well. And this multiband here on the rim shot, the snare, is not in the released version, but I put it on here just so I had a mix in my Google Drive where the rim shot wasn't so harsh, because in my car, in those particular speakers, the rim shot is like extremely painful for the ears. So I have a mix where the rim shot is just not so painful on my ears for my own personal listening pleasure. On the master, I used the Puig Child. Whoops, don't know if that even does anything. Don't do that. And I used Ozone. I would not be remiss to just get rid of Ozone on here. I think I could get a decent master without it. That's without it. I honestly don't hear the difference, and if you don't hear a difference, it's not making a difference. So there's the difference. Yeah, the Puig Child. I hate waves. I wish I didn't have any waves plugins, so I wasn't tempted to use them. I've got these, 6 of them or something. I own like 50 waves plugins, but I just didn't even install them on this computer because I want to stop using them. But the Puig Child, though, is fire. This group, Meat and Cheese, you can see we've got some Sunup vocals is the main point. There's vocals, there's a little bit of the keys, like these little melodies. So those are grouped in with the drums. Bass is grouped in with the drums, all under this group, which has Sketch Cassette on it. And this is another like experimental thing that I've been messing with. I like the sound of this saturation on vocals, and I've been doing a lot of stuff with like throwing a vocal or the keys with a ridiculous reverb, like a very long reverb tail. And the way harmonic elements react to the transients in the drums under Sketch Cassette is just super cool. And you know, the tape, you know, effects on vocals and chordal arrangements in general is obviously super dope. I think it's hilarious that we spent years trying to get perfect, pristine samples just so we could, you know, get Sketch Cassette and RC20 and ruin them because it's better somehow, but it is. I guess the main point is there's just so little mixing on this, you know. I just spent too much time looking at myself making faces into the camera, and I also have said that multiple times, and I'm not happy with how it's sounding even this time. But thanks for watching this video, and I plan on doing like more of these videos where I just show the project, show some of the elements, talk about mixing stuff, production stuff, and so if you enjoyed this, subscribe to my channel so you can catch that, and also eventually, hopefully I make money from that. And you know, go check out the track if you haven't listened to the actual recording. It's on Spotify and iTunes, Apple Music, you know, all the things. And yeah, stay tuned for the next one. Thanks for watching.